Stahlbrand or Stolbrand? Okay. I don't know. You guys pronounce things differently. We have a Norwegian coach now with Besiktas. Solskjaer. My team, Besiktas in Turkey, is a Norwegian coach now. Solskjaer. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Yeah. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Yeah. In his first game, they beat Athletic Bilbao 4-1. Yeah. Good. We'll see about that. You're going to help me with my Norwegian. So, last semester I had a Norwegian student, but it was a girl. I didn't want anything to be taken the wrong way. So I didn't try any of my Norwegian on her. I'll try some of it on you. I speak a little bit of Norwegian. I speak mostly Welsh. In case you didn't get, that's the Welsh flag. My girlfriend is Welsh, and I'm a big fan of Welsh culture and stuff. So I picked those colors on purpose. In fact, I had to pick specific shades of green and red. I found the hex codes for those colors. Austin Stiegel. Stiegel. Huh? Not here. Tackett. So after my class last semester, you said I need more of that torture. Tyler Colby. So here or somewhere else? Is somebody paying for it? Ah, okay. Don't get me wrong. I don't teach in the MBA program. Part of it is on purpose, but if you're paying for yourself, probably you should spend your money somewhere else. It has nothing to do with quality or absence thereof of teaching here. MBA is a commodity. It's about the brand name. Okay, getting an MBA at UK or some other place, even though you're gonna pay more, it's probably worth more compared to getting it from here. If it was a specialized degree like MSF, that's a different issue. Tucci, or as I call her, Stanley Tucci. Still playing volleyball? Huh? Oh, golf. Oh, volleyball with somebody else. Yeah. Kari? Come on, that's Kari. It's not Glasgow, Scotland, right? I know. I had, when I first came to EKU, that summer I already had been accepted for a conference in London. It's a conference that happens every 5 years, World Economic Society Congress. I even got some little thing, but I wanted some more money from the dean for travel. So I told my chair, and he goes to the dean at that time, and he says, Bob, did you hear? Zach got into a prestigious conference in London. He says, what prestigious conference in London? And our chair turns to him, it's London, UK, you dummy, not London, Kentucky. I didn't know that there was a London, Kentucky until that time. Then I found out there's even a Boston, Kentucky, among, you know, other places, and the so-called Versailles. I have a story about that too. I had to go somewhere in Marseilles, and those days I didn't drive, so I was going to take the bus. I asked somebody, where do I take the bus to go to Versailles? I says, I don't think there's a bus there. You have to fly. And I says, I know there's a bus. Says, Oh, you mean Marseilles? No, I'm in Versailles, but what do you know? Right in Kentucky, we like Kentuckians. All right, let's talk about the class. Um, Now, I haven't finalized the syllabus because there's some little feature that I'm adding, but I'm going to basically tell you what your grade is going to depend upon. Every day, I'm going to take attendance. In fact, I'm going to kind of make that automatic. You're going to self-report your attendance, but with a twist. At 125, I'm going to write a pass key on the board. You're going to have that pass key to be able to do that. I already, I did this as an example. I haven't finalized it. You need to log on with your email address, pick your name. And right now it's 314159, which are the first 6 digits of the number pi, in case you didn't know. And you submit. I don't know why it doesn't submit, but hey. Oh, because I'm in the preview mode. I have a way to pull that into Excel. I'll teach it to you guys. It's actually very useful. In fact, on some of the stuff, that's one of the reasons I wanted to wait for the syllabus. On participation stuff, I'm going to kind of grade the quality of discussions you bring, but I'm going to also let rest of you to rate that student or group, depending upon the circumstance. Since I can live pull those Google numbers into Excel, it's not a problem anymore. In fact, provided I put a check on how generous you can be, and basically I'm going to do my own rating from 1 to 7. Let's say I gave a person a 2, you gave them a 7. Well, you're going to pay the difference out of your own pocket. Let me put it that way. Or I gave somebody a 7, you gave them a 1. I'll take 6 points out of your own pocket. Either way, the grade that you give is going to stand for the person or the group. This sort of thing is useful because you're going to evaluate a lot of other people's work. I can do it myself, but if 28 people say you suck, you probably do, okay? Or your argument, not you. I mean, you may be the greatest person, but you could be making the worst argument ever. If you had my classes before, I care a lot about quality of arguments. Telling me that NVIDIA is the most valued stock ever, or almost there, that doesn't mean anything to me. You can look that crap up. That's information. That's not knowledge. Why NVIDIA got there, now that's knowledge, okay? Thinking about that. Or why NVIDIA, in my own calculation, is worth $300, even though it's trading at 150 now. Thinking about that's information. That's knowledge. Okay? That sort of stuff is useful. So hows and whys are the most important things to me. When I ask you a question, I don't particularly care whether you gave the right answer or not. What I care is whether there's some sort of clarity and systematic to your thought. You may be wrong, but you thought about it the right way. But in class, our job is to figure out A, what's the right answer, but more importantly, why were you wrong? In fact, you being wrong in a lot of cases are a lot more useful because you learn things from being wrong. Isn't that how life is? You make mistakes, you learn from them, and hopefully you don't make them again. You're a tennis player. Did you make any mistakes? Yeah. Do you learn from them? Most of the time, that makes you a better player. Not necessarily a Grand Slam kind of player, but it gets you a free college education, right? A guy coming from the freezing Norway, yeah, probably it's warmer there. I, no, warmer. What part of Norway are you from? Oslo? Okay. Yeah, it's colder here. Now, Oslo, you're pretty close to Baltic, so I can Baltic Sea. Oslo is not that far from Baltic. Huh? Well, the concept of far is very different for you guys. I went to England and Wales last summer for vacation, most of it to Wales. We drove from from Cardiff to Wrexham. Cardiff is in southern Wales, and Wrexham is in northern Wales. It's about 200 miles. They said, "You're gonna drive 200 miles?" I said, "What? 200 miles is nothing. To us, it's nothing, but to them, that's a lot of driving." But then I saw the roads. I came back and I apologized to Country Roads of Kentucky. I mean, what they generously call a two-lane road, we wouldn't call it lane and a half here. I mean, the cars are smaller, but still, for the first time driving on the wrong side of the roads, with trucks coming on those roads, I think my girlfriend aged about 5 years while watching me drive. I said, "Man, if you're complaining, why don't you drive?" I said, "No, no, no, I wouldn't." But it was fun. All right, attendance. We're going to take attendance every day. That is the direct share of attendance in your grade. If you have a valid excuse, please provide documentation for that on a timely manner. If next week you didn't come and the last week of April you told me, "Oh, by the way, I have a doctor's note," I said, "No, thank you. I don't know you." I mean, I had students who tried that trick on me before. I mean, it's the senior class. Those minor things is not going to matter too much. But, let's be fair about things. And I'll also give you two get out of jail free cards. You can use them whenever you like. These are two times you can be absent without even having an excuse. But if you use them early enough, you're done. So you make your strategic decision about when to use them. That's your business. One day in spring break, right after spring break, you don't want to come to class, say, Dr. Z, or just call me, "Hey, Esther," in the email. I don't care, but what's that, I ain't coming to class tomorrow. Okay, you use one of your get out of jail free cards. So you decide strategically what your decision is going to be. They make me have a final exam, otherwise I wouldn't have cared. So I will just put in 10% cumulative final exam. It's not going to matter too much. Uh, the way, I mean, I'm kind of changed stuff. I'm doing it in all my other classes because I'm sick of students coming to class without even knowing what we're going to talk about, let alone having read the chapter. So we're flipping the class, which means there's going to be a lecture at home. So I'm going to post lecture videos, associated material like problems and that sort of stuff. You're going to go through some sort of little quizzes. Uh, I put 3-minute quizzes, each 3, 4 questions. The first set are definitions. You got to pass them at an 85% level. The software that I use does not allow you to go to the next slide unless you pass that at 85%. You can take it as many times as you like. There's a finite number of questions in the bank. Hopefully, you don't need to take it 10 times to pass.